Do you have any early numbers in regards to how much damage we're going to be seeing? You're saying that we're still in the middle.
Yeah, we still are. The numbers about potential damage we do not know. Again, what we're seeing now is certainly private property damage and cleanup costs. We haven't yet seen the kind of big infrastructure damage that you might see in the event of a very, very significant weather event. That's a good sign so far, but we'll have to monitor it as the waters recede to make sure that that's the case. The bridge closing and things that we've done, we did them because usually the approaches to the bridge, the roads were underwater, not because there was any danger in the bridges themselves. The Scotland Ferry was closed for the same reason that will reopen later today. Guard and law enforcement, to help people out of situations, but they tended to be more situations where somebody was sick and needed to get to the hospital, and they were concerned about could they get there with tough weather rather than somebody being in the middle of a perilous stream or something like that. So there have been requests for help. There are about 250 people sheltered throughout Virginia in 10 different shelters. Again, that's not a huge number, for a major storm, but the work that we've done on sheltering capacity, including we didn't have any shelter capacity for pets. A couple of the shelters we had open had capacity for pets because we learned in the aftermath of Katrina that some people won't evacuate if they don't have a place to take their pet. So we're seeing that, but no major rescue operations that I've yet been made. Again, I just want to praise the professionalism of the Virginia Emergency Operations Team. They're very, very good at what they do. And again, we've been through these before. We've been through them together. This facility, for example, is a very state-of-the-art facility because it brings the state, FEMA officials together at all these disciplines and then puts them in immediate contact with the localities. So basically, I understand the magnitude of what we're dealing with, but they have a protocol for handling this. And the next big step is starting to get these initial damage assessments. They're called IDAs from the localities to tell us the extent of damage, and then we'll work with the localities to help with cleanup and managing that as best we can.
Do you think this will rise to a level where we have to ask for federal aid to help deal with this?
It almost always in the aftermath of something like that, the answer is yes. It's just a question of the extent. And again, there's a really good protocol for starting to get, some initial damage assessments in from the localities, within a day or two. I think by the end of the day tomorrow, we'll probably have those assessments in from most of the localities that are affected.
Governor, based on what you've learned today, is the worst over for the Commonwealth? And if not, what are the areas that I think could be over?
Don't want to jinx myself, but I think the answer is yes. There are no major weather systems right now. There is some likely rain later in the week, probably Thursday, Friday, but it's not a tropical storm, hurricane, or Easter. It's just a rain forecast. What we would tend to worry about in the aftermath of an event like this is the amount of rainfall put so much rain into rivers and streams that we would see some aftermath flooding. Even though we have not been in drought conditions in Virginia, the rivers were pretty low, so they had a lot of capacity to take water without flooding. And so again, the initial concern was there might be some serious flooding in the Danville area. We're going to monitor that, but maybe some of the initial projections were overly cautious and maybe we'll be okay. We have not seen the kind of flash flooding in southwest Virginia that we traditionally worry about. That's good. We're going to continue to monitor it. What I've seen about projected crest levels on the James, for example, and some of the other rivers would suggest that we'll probably be in okay shape. Again, the effect of these two northeastern storms, the hurricane remnant and nor'easter together, with the high pressure system blocking them from moving, meant that maybe the storm wasn't the most severe, but it hung around longer than some did, and that's why we have seen some of the surge levels we've seen. But I think it's basically abating, and that's what we're hearing from the localities too.
Okay, one more.